thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been
Premier League returns then, folks. It is 8 games tonight in the Prem. All live on Sky. We're going to be focusing on Manchester City against Brighton Hove Albion in terms of the title race, and also for the fact that Manchester City have dropped 2 games consecutively, have dropped points now. So, can Brighton topple City at the Etihad again like they did last season? We're going to find out. This is Manchester City against Brighton Hove Albion on Realltom Football.
Time for cities and towns to start dreaming again. Walking in the footsteps of giants.
Well, folks, very good evening to you all, folks, and welcome back aboard here, folks. Once again, folks, then to Realltom Football. My name is Tom. I'll bring you the watch-along this evening for Manchester City as they take on Brighton Hove Albion, live in the Premier League. If you do our replay, then please do make sure you are leaving a like on the stream, hit that subscribe if you are new. And hit that subscribe button if you are new. And thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody who is here today. Kickoff coming your way at the time, the wonderful time of 7:30 in the Premier League. I hope you are all doing fabulously well. My name is Tom, and yes, people, I know what you're all about to say to me. Tom, you hate 7:30 kickoffs. How could you? Arsenal aren't playing until tomorrow. I know, people. I know. Keep screaming at me. Please do. I want you to scream at me. Because I do moan about 7:30 kickoffs. You are right. And Arsenal are not playing tonight. You are right. But I could not find value in either of the two 8:15 kickoffs tonight. Normally, I would. But today, I didn't. And I thought, you know what? That big Arsenal-Liverpool game tomorrow, let's preview it in a nice way. And instead of just putting a flashy intro on, let's actually just watch Manchester City and see how they play. But have an opportunity to comment as well. Big up, smash a like, and City against Brighton. And by the way, no, before you all start asking, oh, here we go. He's going to put a nice flashy preview up. No, he's not. Not for Arsenal Liverpool anyway. But what I do have for you is a flashy preview for Arsenal against Manchester United. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That would be a world record for the earliest preview to a fixture. No, I don't have the Arsenal Man United preview yet. Could you imagine? Could you imagine me previewing that game before we play Liverpool? It is, though, without doubt, one of English football's biggest fixtures on the calendar because, of course, they were the first two to be title battling in the Premier League. And Flix has joined us. Welcome aboard to you. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. And Hazza is also in our house tonight. From Twitch. Okay. Well, welcome aboard to both of you. I don't know why people choose to join from Twitch, to be fair. I personally think it's crap. It doesn't help the YouTube channel out, but there you go. Back on YouTube, better. Good luck, what we like to see. So, let's just remind you, folks, that tonight, Barcelona are taking on Athletic Bilbao. And remember, if it is Barcelona and Real Madrid that do make their way to the Super Copa final, then we will be doing that as opposed to Manchester United's game against Brighton. Sorry, Brighton fans. On Super Sunday. Of course, remember, any FA Cup fixture, particularly on a Sunday, that I mentioned to you, is subject to cancellation for the watch-along. As, of course, Portsmouth Arsenal may very, very unlikely, but could still happen, go to extra time. If it does, Arteta, you are sacked. So, yeah. But yes, if it is Barcelona and Real Madrid who are in that final, we will do it for you guys on Realltom Football. Bit of Spanish love for you all. But for now, the Premier League has 8 games on offer. And our focus is on Manchester City as they take on the Seagulls who like to peck them. So, obviously, the league table, we're more looking at Brighton, really. No, we're looking at both of them. Of course we are. Because, of course, people, this is all tying in with the title race. That's why I picked it. But Brighton will start off with you. Not too great. 10th position. Only 1 win out of the last 5. And that most recent result was a win. And they won against Burnley by 2-0. Rare Brighton clean sheet. If they get a draw today, they will move level on point with Newcastle. But goal difference will not be enough for Brighton. However, if they can get the 3 points against Manchester City at the Etihad by a very unlikely thing, must I say. They will move on to 31 points. That'd be level on points with Manchester United. And if they can win by 2 goals, then guess what? They will also be able to move themselves into 6th. And of course, winning by probably about 8-goal margin would also move them above Chelsea by goal difference terms. And to within 3 points of Liverpool, they would be without any talk about goal difference. And now for their opponents, who are Manchester City, who have dropped 2 games, 3 points. Dropped 2 points out of each of their last 2 games. Of course, really poor performance most recently against Chelsea, I thought. And couldn't quite find a way against Sunderland. Sunderland, of course, high-flying, doing very well, and doing Arsenal a massive favour. And I must say, I step over that Man City-Chelsea result with slight caution, because as you all should be aware, my next away visit with Arsenal is Stamford Bridge. Yeah. But we are talking about Manchester City. Manchester City can move themselves within 3 points of the Arsenal. And of course, currently the gap is 6 points. And if the Arsenal beat Liverpool tomorrow, then we will be on to a 6-point gap once again, and Arsenal will be on 51 points. Manchester City, with all 3 points against Brighton, can sit on 45 points. But remember, once again, win against Liverpool, and it is still going to be a 6-point gap at the top of the Premier League table. And we are the only team with 5 greens. But also, there is one other team who are in action tonight. They're against Newcastle away, but they are Leeds United. Look at their form. I mean, there's a lot of draws there, but there's no red. So the fixtures are as follows then. Bournemouth taking on Spurs tonight. Brentford against Sunderland. Crystal Palace against Aston Villa. Everton against Wolves. That big West London derby between Fulham and Chelsea. You don't want to miss that. That is huge. And then, obviously, the 2 8-15s are going to be Burnley against Manchester United and Newcastle as they take on Leeds. And we will have goal alerts going across all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those additional fixtures. But our main focus will, of course, be on Manchester City. So without further ado, let's get our team news through the door. I'm just going to put the SofaScore programmed to its goal alerts requirements. So lots of goal alerts will be coming through tonight. I might be worked off my socks, but there you go. Current scores. Oh, God. That could kill the Accra Insurance. Napoli 2, Verona 2. We'll talk about that in a bit. Okay, we'll talk about that in a bit, but it is time now for our team news and our match information. So if we go to PremierLeague.com, Man City, Brighton, and this one is live on Sky Sports main event, the Sky Sports main event only. Please listen carefully as I'm going to read out the shadows for you. Crystal Palace against Villa on Sky Sports Plus. Everton against Wolves, Sky Sports F1. Fulham versus Chelsea, that huge West London derby on Sky Sports Football. Sky Sports Golf for Bournemouth against Spurs. And Brentford against Sunderland live on Sky Sports Tennis. You must have a Sky Sports subscription in the UK to be able to access the coverage. These options that I've just read out to you for TV are for UK viewers and UK viewers only. Remember, Sky Sports main event for this one. Because this game apparently is the main event tonight. I would disagree, but there you go. Gianluigi Donnarumma is in goal, a back four of Nathan Ake, Abdul Qadir Kusanov. I've never heard of you before. Lane in that back four must be covering for the stricken Josko Gvardiol, who without surprise is out. And then Mateus Nunes coming in to join the back four. Midfield is split into 2 parts, with the lone one where Rodri would normally sit, filled by Nico Gonzalez. Behind that main midfield four of Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden, Tijani Reinders, and Bernardo Silva. And lone striker is, as as of a standard, Erling Haaland. On Manchester City's bench is James Trafford, Ryan Cherky, Rodri, Nico O'Reilly, Ryan McAdoo, Divin Mukasa, Rico Lewis, Stephen Mufuni, and Reagan Heskey. So very short on numbers there on Manchester City. A lot healthier bench for Brighton. And for Brighton, it is Vark Barugga who begins in goal, a back four of Jack Hinshelwood, Jan-Paul Van Hecker, Lewis Dunk, and Ferdy Kadioglu plays behind a midfield to split into two parts, seeing a defensive two of Yassin Ayari, and back from Dortmund, back in a Brighton shirt, would you believe, Pascal Gross, behind that attacking three of Karo Mitoma, Diego Gomez, and Maxime de Kuiper. And then the striker is Jorginho Rutter, and on the bench for Brighton is Brian Gruder, Tom Watson, Danny Welbeck, the former Arsenal man, of course. Could he come off the bench and cause some damage today? James Milner, former Liverpool man, very old indeed he is. Oliver Boscagli, Jason Steele, Diego Coppola, Charlie Tasker, and Harry Howell. Those are your teams, Manchester City, up against Brighton. They are not, and Daniel Farker most certainly has done some excellent work to try and revive Leeds. And, well, I say try, he is reviving Leeds. West Ham continue to slip. And remember, folks, I haven't forgotten about Wolves. If Wolves win tonight, delirium. Plenty of bets to go round as well. Harry Wilson to be an anytime goal scorer in the Fulham-Chelsea West London derby. Huge one, that one. City, Chelsea and Villa all to win is £6.75 off a £1 stake. Leeds to win or draw against Newcastle under 2.5 goals and over 2.5 cards is a £4.50 one in that big Newcastle game at 8:15. Over 3.5 goals in the Bournemouth Spurs game is £2.90. And Villa to win over 3.5 goals and a Morgan Rogers goal as well is £6.25 on a 50p. But Manchester City to win, both teams to score, and Phil Foden to score is £1 to return £5.50. The ACCA insurance was for Napoli, Manchester United, Manchester City, Aston Villa, and Barcelona all to win. Currently, Napoli aren't winning right now, but that would have returned £10 and 7p of a £1 stake. And it is almost over in that Napoli 5:30 kickoff. So that's not looking like it's going to go too well. But nevertheless, there are still plenty to be won here. There is no Coral Football Super Series during this Premier League midweek round of fixtures. But we do have the Ladbrokes 1-2-3 live and in play. Predictions are coming as follows. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1. Manchester United to win 3-1 away to Burnley. And a 1-1 draw for Newcastle with Leeds. Oh dear. Yes, I now use Philips One Blade, cutting myself as a finger to pass with Philips One Blade. But I remember those days of having a shave and then running after a bus with a tissue covering blood. Yep, you want a Philips One Blade, mate. If you are cutting yourself, Philips One Blade is probably the best bet. because it is just one blade. It is in the name. And do Brighton have that one blade, which is extra sharp tonight, to really make that Arsenal-Liverpool game one in which that could move us into a 9-point gap? We'll find out. I'm sure Luke Links will be jumping for joy if Brighton get a win here. Very unlikely, but who knows? You think about it, and you have Tottenham Hotspur, who are the masters of the Etihad. So really, anybody can win anywhere. We're off and running. Manchester City take on Brighton. We have score updates coming across Safer Score. We are currently keeping our eye on 5 other games. At 8:15, of course, we will have updates for 2 other games as well. So Sofa Score will be beeping all night long, I imagine, live here on Realltom Football. But it is Manchester City against Brighton, our full focus. And just as well, we've renewed our Coke Yay with Premier League balls. And also currently, because the Coke is a proud partner of the Premier League, there is a Guess the Goals promotion on your bottles of Coke. So if you scan the QR code on your bottles of Coke, that should take you to that promotion, which I'm about to do right now because I don't know when the promotion starts. I am not watching Newcastle Leeds, no. Once this is done, I will be focusing more or less on title race, but I will have the game on in the background. And it is 4 days and 13 hours when the promotion does launch. Oh, chance there. And I just want to remind you as well that next midweek, there is no Premier League fixtures. After the FA Cup, of course, only 4 Premier League sides get to play. But it is, of course, Manchester City in action. And I think almost all of the Premier League sides that are in action next week will be playing very thin teams across the FA. I think it's fair to say that. I don't think anybody will be playing their best teams out of City and Newcastle and Arsenal and Chelsea. Although, to be fair, Chelsea have got 3-4 teams. Newcastle are still in the Emirates FA Cup. Yes, but it is definitely the Carabao Cup. And unfortunately for you all, it is only going to be Man City Newcastle, which we will have on Realltom Football as well, because I, for the first time in my lifetime, have got tickets to both legs of our semi-final. So both Stamford Bridge and the Emirates will be. And yes, that was confirmed today. I was always going to attend the home leg. But no, Arsenal sold me my ticket at precisely 11:40 this morning. And that fixture, by the way, Arsenal-Chelsea at home in the Carabao Cup, is the day before my birthday. So I'd better be seeing people wishing me a happy birthday, one way or another. Well, this game's not really had much going for it in the first 5 minutes. Because, yes, people, I will be goal! And it is for Spurs. No. I'm not an excited. And by the way, I had to tell this to a doctor yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah. Annual checkup. How much alcohol do you drink? And I was sat there saying, well, when I'm on holiday, when I'm not in the East Midlands, I will drink alcohol. Is that all right for you? How much do you drink when you're at the pub? 2 to 4. Bloody hellfire. I was sat there thinking, Doug, do you think I'm an alcoholic, do you? I mean, I haven't got the bladder capacity to excessively drink. And I'll tell you the truth with that. Oh, no, that's incorrect. Goal. Anyways, Matthias Tell scored for Spurs. And by the way, no, I don't have a health condition or anything like that. It is just like literally an annual checkup. An annual review, I should say. Now, I'm very healthy, me. Very healthy indeed. There's not. I'm just saying. I don't. I have no allergies. Well, the one thing I'm allergic to is Chelsea fans. Yeah, I'm allergic to Chelsea fans. There you go. No, I'm not allergic to no, me. I'm not allergic to no. I'm barely ever sick. And by the way, yes. I've not got time. Too busy. Kadioglu is in and Donnarumma spilled it, but Donnarumma on the rebound picked it up. I don't think City would be great in the starting stages of this. Yeah, do I bollocks go to the doctors 3 times a year? Do I bollocks? Oh, by the way, guess what I was told, though, yesterday? Guess what I was told? You've got a wax build-up in your left ear. You know why that is, don't you? Which ear do I wear my earbuds in? Me left. Great. She said, buy some olive oil spray and it'll loosen. I was sat there thinking, I'm not paying 20 quid for olive oil spray, Doug. I'll go to the audiologist. I'll go to the audiologist, get a free checkup and get a free test, and they'll clean it for me. That was the one thing that was. Yeah, that one's fine. The right ear. It still gets an earbud in it, but nowhere near as much as this one. I sat there thinking, oh, hang on a minute, wax build up in one ear. I was sat there thinking all day yesterday, really. Well, I say all day. Checkup was at 4 o'clock. Anyways, well, how could I only have it in one ear? Then I realised. Well, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nice try. Yeah, no. I've heard stories of people popping their eardrums with those. No. Do not stick lines up your ears. Trust me, you would be better off sticking one of those in your eye socket. Sounds gross, but I'm just saying it. Safety wise, you'd be safer sticking one of those in your eye socket. Like I know. To be fair, I am a stomach sleeper, really. Well, I mean, in the summer, I'm a stomach sleeper, so. In the winter, not so much, but in the summer, I'm a stomach sleeper. The last thing that you can do to help yourself get to sleep in the summer is trying to stick your head straight on a pillow. It is so much easier to get to sleep in the summer on your stomach. What's that? You can't. You can't. You need to do it on your phone. Here's Abdulkadir Kusanov, poor ball in. Haaland looks like a ghost. In a minute. He's not moving very quickly. Both teams have been poor. Pascal Gross. It's going to have a huge impact for Brighton, you feel, coming back. Comfortably back to Donnarumma there. Just the one goal in the Premier League is for Spurs, who lead 1-0 at Bournemouth. No other goal alerts to bring you at the minute. Here's Bernardo Silva for Manchester City. Well, there you go. There's more than one. So there's more than one. I mean, I like SofaScore, to be fair. Not for read like SofaScore's good, but if you want to just have the lineups freezed on your opposite screen, no. SofaScore has a bad habit of refreshing itself and spoiling things. In that sense, I would not trust SofaScore to have my lineups displayed on there. And in that case, they are shit. But otherwise, SofaScore all the way. Oh, okay, got there. Haaland and Bernardo Silva, fat one straight up for Bruggen. Half an hour to go till the 8:15s. We will, of course, be approaching half time in this one by the time the 8:15s get underway. It is unusual being in the position of being behind, if you know what I mean. Normally, I'm in front of the early. Well, no. Sorry. Well, you get the point. I mean, in the Southport Coaster, it was Nottingham Forest fans who joined me as I went to watch Arsenal Villa. By the way, big up that pub. Big up that pub. They only showed the Arsenal Villa game on one screen, but they gave it, but they put it right. Yeah, big up that pub. They put it on one screen for me. Nobody but me was interested. They still put it on. Everybody else was Forest Everton. I was sat there thinking, yeah. And yes, I know, I could have watched it on the iPad. Great analysis. I didn't want to. Yeah. Well, go for Fulham. I'm winding you up. You would have heard it go. Oh, hang on a minute. Go for Everton. Stinger. But Everton lead. And it's Michael Keane who puts Everton 1-0 up against Wolves. So with that, Everton 1, Wolves 0. Goals, of course, the other one is Bournemouth 0, Spurs 1. That's still the same. Matthias Tell with the goal there. You can bog off. Here's Jan-Paul van Hecker. Nunez with the interception. It wasn't the most convincing of them, but City do get it away. And City look to counter punch, but only Nunez on his own at the minute. But now he's been joined by his Manchester City teammates. Here's Jorginho Rutter. No. No one can control a body. Interesting. Piercings. And I can, well, None. Just none. I tell you what, I will visit Chelsea's club shop next week. That can be my New Year's resolution. We are Tottenham haters. Doku. And opening up, and that was well defended by Brighton. And given away to Doku by Gomez cheaply. And Jeremy Doku right across the face of goal. Not quite. Here's Matheus Nunes. Slips it through. Tijani Reinders. Ball across. And 1-1 Bournemouth. Bournemouth a level. Didn't take a long time. And your Bournemouth goal scorer will be confirmed in a minute. Evanilson with the goal for Bournemouth, and it's 1-1. All square. Bournemouth 1, Spurs 1. And all the rest, including this one, are currently goalless. And that's going to fall for Mitoma. It's a good defensive tackle by Kusanov. It's a good tackle by Kusanov because otherwise, Karim Mitoma had lots of space to work with. Brighton get out well. Ish. Not really. When GTA 6 is out, though, yeah. You'll have to give it, yeah. When GTA 6 is out, weeks. Oh. That Xbox, well, I say that one. No, it won't be that one. It'll be a new one. Of course it will. Because obviously that one won't be able to handle GTA 6. But anyways, you get the bit. You get it. I will be all over GTA 6 like a rash. Red card Chelsea. Mark Cucurella has been sent off. So red card Chelsea. Mark Cucurella has been sent off for violent conduct. Is what I'm being told here. Violent conduct, Mark Cucurella. Just 22 minutes in, violent conduct. I'll get some more details right now. Oh no, it was a serious foul play. Excuse me, serious foul play, not violent conduct. There you go, correction. Nevertheless, Chelsea down to 10 in the West London derby. Vive la Française. Okay. Don't particularly like France. Have no ambitions to visit France. Probably will end up doing it on the Eurostar at some point. And I know what you're all thinking right now. Why get the Eurostar? You could just fly. Be cheaper. Because Tom likes trains. Tijani Reinders. Yes. Oh. Haaland. Where? When? Again? When? What game? And don't tell me the Carabao Cup final, because I watched every second of that. He didn't. No, he did. He did. No, he did. Was it a curl, though? Don't mind if I do. Bit of Carabao Cup final, me. I don't mind if I do. Probably the Carabao Cup final, because it was a good header. Reminded you of Alan Shearer a bit. Ooh, nice play by Brighton. And Rutter's in. Rutter might be offside, though. Rutter's in. Opportunity. Should have passed it to Matoma. Should have squared it to Matoma. Right alongside him. Kusanov again, though. Doing his work for City. It's great defending. That's two big interceptions from Kusanov. When I first saw him in a City shirt, I was thinking, you're dodgy. But here, he's just made his second big interception in detention. So, Brighton corner here. Carabao. At the minute, Carabao. Carabao. The FA Cup has turned into the gateway to Europe. Yeah, no, I'm Carabao Cup at the minute. I have to say, Carabao Cup. I like the FA Cup as an experience. I like going to the matches. Carabao Cup all day. Love the Carabao Cup, me. I love it. Goal! It's for Brentford. Brentford leads Sunderland by 1-0. Brentford 1, Sunderland 0. And who is the Brentford goal scorer? I hear you ask. We'll find out for you. Brentford done. Are leading against Sunderland. It is 1-0. And it's Igor Thiago after his hat-trick against Everton at the weekend with a 4th goal in 2 games. So Brentford, through Igor Thiago again, 4 in 2 for him, are 1-0 up against high-flying Sunderland. So Brentford 1, Sunderland 0. It's an all-day foul by Haaland, then a shirt pull on Van Heck. Just rolling around together, really, in the end as well. Well, here's Nathan Ake. Plays it to Jeremy Doku. Still looking for the first goal in this one. Doku. The young in LA. Or is he young or is he signing? New signing? Oh, always. But Brighton have had light work in this first half. Light work. City have been not great. Again. I mean, I didn't watch the full Sunderland match. I don't tell a lie. I didn't. So, yeah. That's it. Oh, blimey. A week today, I'll be traipsing through West London. The joys. Oh, no, yeah, a week today. I was second guessing myself then. No, a week today. Lovely ball if Matema can get there. Kusanov. Calm again. Foden. Phil Foden for Manchester City. In a first half which hasn't had any fire yet. It's almost a repeat of the Chelsea game. Bernardo Silva. Yeah, that Man City Chelsea game was a joke. That was so bad. Surely we're going to get a goal in this game, right? Tajani Reinders. I mean, if we get... I mean, I want goals. Go on. Half a chance for Brighton there, but didn't really take it. It's not one of those games where City are just comfortable but aren't. I mean, both teams are comfortable. City aren't breaching Brighton's comfort zone. Why did you... Okay. Money pods. What do you mean by that? The trays in the till? By the way, it's 2-1 Bournemouth. It is 2-1 Bournemouth. I forgot to mention that. I was a bit confused by that comment. Money pods. And Bournemouth have taken the lead for the first time in the match. They've turned it around from a goal down against Spurs. It's Bournemouth 2, Spurs 1. It's Ellie Krupi with that goal, and Bournemouth lead Spurs 2-1. All right. I don't like Kinder Eggs. The chocolate's not nice. Yeah, I can imagine. Right. Did you get the sack? I would have sacked you for it. On the spot. Particularly if I had you on camera as well. See. Doku, goes over. I think he just got bodied there. I mean, I'm not sure of the clear picture. Doku, the legs out. Could be a shout for a penalty. Diego Gomez leaving his leg out. This could be escalating and give us a penalty. It'd be a soft one, I think. The contact's minimal. But Doku trips. And the referee is being sent to the monitor. I don't know his name. It's a rarity. I don't know his name, but I don't know his name. So I think we know the outcome. Referee's only going to have a quick look, you'd imagine. I think it might be Tom Bramall, actually, the ref. Anyways. Any minute now, we're going to get the decision, you would imagine. Shouldn't be too long of a look. So over the tannoy then. It's after review. Brighton number 25 makes a foul tackle in the penalty box, penalty kick. Simple as can be. Doku tripped, City penalty, and Erling Haaland will step up. Ah, okay. I think Pascal Gross on his return to Brighton is being booked here. Well, Pep Guardiola's gone into the book. He's complaining, but his side have won the penalty. Make it make sense. Pascal Gross, yep, in the book. It's unbelievable that Pascal Gross is back in a Brighton shirt. But it is all down to Erling Haaland to get us the first goal in this match. Erling Haaland. You know he'll beat Verbruggen. Erling Haaland. Cool as you like. City ahead. City lead Brighton. And Brighton shooting themselves in the foot. Diego Gomez knew what he was doing. Yes, it was soft. But you invited Doku to go down. And Doku went down. And the referee was left with no choice. And then it's all down to Erling Haaland. And more often than not, the outcome is goal. And Brighton's goal has now been breached. Yep. Any minute now. Just about 3 minutes to go before half time. Two and a half minutes to go. And Brighton looking to get back into it. They're not going to do it that way. Tijani Reinders with easy work there. Pep Guardiola's not a happy figure despite his team being 1-0 up. It's the exact say. It's literally Chelsea on repeat. Oh, it's an interesting ball if Matoma can get there. And he can't. It was a good tracking run by Mateus Nunes nevertheless. It was offside anyway. Kick-off between Newcastle and Leeds. Also kick-off between Burnley and Manchester United. both of those two games, 8:15, now underway. It is 8 o'clock for Arsenal-Liverpool tomorrow, the big one. We'll talk about that a bit later. But 8 o'clock, and you can join us at the normal time of 7:45. And a slightly earlier start for you all as well. On Saturday, as our focus will be Macclesfield against Crystal Palace to kick you off, which is live on TNT Sports. All of the FA Cup live on TNT Sports. 4 minutes of added time here. So we'll be live at 12 o'clock for that one, because that was a 12:15 kickoff. And then it is slightly later for the evening game, which is a 5:45 kickoff. We will be live for that one with coverage and build up. Coming your way. Coming your way. From 5:30. Quite a while away that though then. And obviously it'll be usual time of 1:45, Portsmouth Arsenal in the FA Cup. We will be live 1:45 for that 2 o'clock kickoff. Goalless half-time Palace Villa. Sounds like a very dreadful game, really, if you're asking me. Villa, yeah. Eight games today. I don't know why they've done it this way. I mean, they could have, I would argue, split some games across today and yesterday. But they've gone West Ham Forest on its own yesterday, 8 today, and 1 tomorrow, which is, of course, the big one. And I do agree with that decision to keep Arsenal Liverpool on its own. Urrutia, offside flag is up. Mr. B. Harry has joined us. Welcome aboard to you. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard, Mr. Ashik B. Harry. Oh. Go! It's a big one. It's in the West London derby. It's Fulham who go ahead against Chelsea. It's derby day at Craven Cottage and in West London. These two don't like each other, as Chelsea are imposters in Fulham's land. Chelsea Football Club have their stadium in the borough of Fulham, right next to Fulham Broadway Shopping Centre. And it's Fulham 1, Chelsea 0, Chelsea down to 10 men. And the goal scorer is Harry Wilson. So Fulham are ahead in that huge West London derby. And they lead Chelsea by 1-0. Reinders all off the line. And that could have been a potentially settling second for Manchester City. So as Fulham take the lead against Chelsea in the West London derby, we hit half-time here between Manchester City and Brighton. And it wasn't a great performance by Manchester City, but from the penalty spot, Erling Haaland, of course, delivered. And the half-time score is City 1, Brighton 0. Cucurella, serious foul play. Goal's been ruled out. Goal has been ruled out for Fulham. Won't count. Goal has been ruled out for Fulham. So score correction is 0-0, no goal. But our score is 1 Manchester City going into half-time. I say going into half-time, not going into half-time. We are at half-time. And City do hold the advantage. We do have one of a bet builder as well, live and in play. It is a free bet builder, and it's on William Hill. It's online, over 1.5 goals, over 1.5 goals. Man United, over 5.5 match corners, and over 0.5 cards. That is £5, returns £9.54. Big game on a Thursday night, man. I'm thinking, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know why it's been midweek, but there you go. I don't know why it's been midweek, but there you go. It's Arsenal-Liverpool. It is a big one. Half-time, Fulham 0, Chelsea 0. Goal ruled out for Fulham by Harry Wilson, of course. And 8 minutes in, Burnley 0, United 0. And not much to report on in that yet, but I'm sure as those games at 8:15 do get underway and properly get rips open, we will get updates on the occasions. Oh, shit. I've been beaten to that one. Great. Unbelievable. I've been beaten to it on one of the jobs tomorrow. It's my fault for not having my sentence at 8 o'clock. It was my fault for not having my sentence at 8 o'clock. So yeah, Manchester City. It's but red card, of course, in there. Cucurella. Serious foul play, I believe. Yeah, so there you go. City. Yeah, haven't been great. Not gonna lie. I'll be analysing it in a bit, I presume. Not the best of watches, truthfully. Quite a few games goalless. Really. As well. I'm not overly impressed with the viewing. And it could be the greatest game of all time. Yeah, right. If we get beaten, I'll travel down to London on the first train that I can get and strangle the manager. Oh, and don't worry. If we get beat at Stamford Bridge, I'll get the chance to strangle him straight there. No travelling. Because remember, I am at the bridge very soon. I'll be at both legs for Arsenal-Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. No. Well, I think you'll be getting it wrong tomorrow. If you somehow get it right. Oh. Nah. Ooh. Just showed us the first half highlights on Sky. Take him. You can have him. Although you've just signed Liam Rossinia. Who? You can have him. Take him. I've got no objection. You can take him. Take him away. Yeah, please do. Wow. Goal for Burnley. Wow. Okay, that is a well, goal for Burnley, everybody. Wow. Whew. Hard pass. Goal for Burnley, then big goal, big bit. Wow, wow. I mean, I did put 3-1 to Manchester United. So a goal for Newcastle as well. So goals coming in both of the two 8-15s. And the first is an own goal by Aidan Heaven, which puts Burnley 1-0 up against Manchester United. And the other is a goal for Newcastle, but who is the Newcastle goal scorer against Leeds United to put them 1-0 up against them? It is. It's not going to count. It is not going to count. So no goal. That one has been ruled out by VAR. So just the one goal then. Burnley 1, Manchester United 0, and own goal it was. It'll be a 0-0 draw. It'll be a 0-0 draw. I'll take a 0-0 draw. Bigger fish to fry. Bigger fish to fry. We've got the Carabao Cup to focus on. We've got a 6-point gap, so bigger fish to fry. I'm winding you up. Of course I want to beat you. Of course I want to beat you. Of course I want to beat you. No, we've got almost a fully fit team. Although I can tell you right now, Declan Rice is not starting tomorrow. Yeah, the injection's soon worn off. Yeah, it probably will be Big Gabby on the thumbnail again tomorrow. Oh, we can beat you at the Emirates. You will be finished at the Emirates, mate. I will sit there at Stamford Bridge and let my team draw 0-0. Because I know the second leg will thrash you. We could even lose 1-0. We'll still knock you out of the cup. I hope we don't, though. Because it will end our record-breaking unbeaten streak at Stamford Bridge. Oh. We'll be singing in the shed end. But really, we want to sing in the North Bank. And in the clock end too. Whole lot of draws, yeah, right. There is some WSL at the weekend. But we're not interested in that. Still unbeaten. And we hold the best ever unbeaten streak out of any Premier League side at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my trip to West London. For now, it is time to take a trip back to Sky Sports' main event for the second half at the Etihad, which is shortly going to get underway. Manchester City, 1-up against Brighton at the minute. Yeah, it's all going to start beeping now. Oh, do you know what? I'm gutted that Harry Wilson goal was disallowed because it would have been a win. Oh, well. Oh, well. Second half then. Come on. Get it going. Get it going. Sure. Second half then, Manchester City against Brighton. 1-0. And scoreboard back at the ready as our teams are almost back at the ready. spot responsibility will fall to the goal scorer of the only goal for Manchester City. How you can say only, I know. Against Chelsea. Tijani Reinders will get us back underway here. And Tijani Reinders gets us kicked off for this second half, where City, through an Erling Haaland penalty, lead Brighton by just a 1-0. Oh, that's a mistake. Give it away. And Bernardo Silva should have punished. Ayari's straight pass. Unpunished by Bernardo Silva. He has not been good over the last 2 games. And I know we've seen a lot of his face. But he was poor against Chelsea. And that's poor. He's got room. He's got space. And he hits the post. Jeremy Doku on the ball for Manchester City. And Nathan Ake. Abdulkadir Kusanov. And now with Jeremy Doku. Nathan Ake. And back with Donnarumma. See, no rush with the ball at their feet. Nunez. And now Phil Foden joining in. Not seen much of him in this game, to be quite honest with you. That's a stray ball, but Erling Haaland will pick up the pieces. And Erling Haaland on the run. Ricochets back off the Brighton defender. Falls to Jeremy Doku. Doku, good feet. Can he create something? No, he was charged down, but falls to Ake. Foden. And too straight of a pass for Matheus Nunes. Good interception there. Here's Bernardo Silva on the right. And flat ball. Foden on the turn. Might feed Reinders. Haaland was there too. Nunes. Chance for Foden. And Van Hecker makes the clearance you would expect him to make. It's all City in this second half. It's early stages, of course. But it is all City. Oh, well, Dunk nearly let Haaland in, but can thank his goalkeeper immediately. Out in a flash. To prevent danger, Bart for Bruggen. Top goalkeeping. And out of play again. Well, Brighton have barely had a touch in this second half. Haaland gets a flick on there for Doku. And Tijani Reinders. Nunes. Bernardo Silva, it's good work. He's battling hard for that. But it will be Brighton's front, which I'm sure De Cuyper will take his time with. Yeah, they shouldn't be in a rush. Brighton, the pace of the game, very slow. And goal, it's an equaliser for Manchester United, who are level at Turf Moor. So 1-1 all square in that 8:15 kickoff. Let's have a look and find out who the goal scorer was. Burnley 1, Manchester United 1, big goal. And it has been ruled out. Won't count. So no goal there for Manchester United, but Phil Foden onto Doku for Manchester City and intercepted by Jorginho Rutter. It's the end of that attack. Kusanov involved again. Turns it for Manchester City. Nunes. And Haaland. Free kick has been pulled back by the ref. And Jan-Paul Van Hecke has gone into the book. Didn't see too much infringement initially, but I can see it's the pull in the shirt that gets Van Hecke the booking. Okay. Doku. Still can't get to know this 68's name, the youth. Or new signing, whatever his name is. Max Alain. That's it. It's by Doku there. If you haven't already, do make sure you smash your like on stream, subscribe if you are new, and share the channel around with your friends. Let us know who you think is going to win via the poll. So far on the stream, just the 5 likes. Not bad, actually. Not bad. $10 votes on the poll. All Manchester City, 100% of the viewing back in Manchester City for the win tonight. Here's Erling Haaland, and he's one-on-one against Van Hecke, and Van Hecke gets a little touch to do enough, and Bart Verbruggen has in the end conceded the corner, but could have been prevented. And Sunderland have got a penalty. So Sunderland do have a penalty in their game. So penalty for Sunderland. And I will let you know if it has been scored. So penalty for Sunderland. City's corner, nice and high. That's not much. Well, the highest jumper was Nico O'Reilly. Did get a Brighton touchdown on its way out because Nathan Ake is across to take a throw in. And it's a goal for Leeds. It's a goal for Leeds at St James's Park, rather. And it could be a big one. Leeds United lead Newcastle United at St James's Park. At the moment, Daniel Farker's got a great team who are in great form. And they have the lead. It's Brendan Aronson. And could it be goal of the night? For potentially the result of the night. Newcastle 0, Leeds 1. And also, Sunderland have missed their penalty, so they have failed to score from the spot at the GTEC Cricket Stadium, and Brentford retain their 1-0 lead. Well, how close can you get to getting the equaliser? Goal! And this time, Harry Wilson puts it in the back of the net for Fulham. Hopefully it stands. But in the West London derby, which is arguably the game of the night, Harry Wilson delivers for Fulham on the night where to most Fulham fans it matters most. Fulham 1, Chelsea 0, finally. There is a goal in that West London derby against 10-man Chelsea, and Harry Wilson denied once by the offside flag or VAR, but this time, is it going to stand? In fact, it's been changed to Raul Jimenez. Nevertheless, Fulham 1, Chelsea 0 in the West London derby. Barcelona are about to finish a 5-goal win over Athletic Club, and indeed they are, and they book their place in the Spanish Supercopa final, and it's all down to Real Madrid now. Yes, the goal's been corrected, so it was Raul Jimenez, the goal scorer, not Harry Wilson. The ball's flat. So a change of ball. Quick job normally. Just about to take the hour mark in this one. Where it's Manchester City still 1-0 up in control. Starting to see signs of sloppiness on Brighton in this second half. That's sloppy for Manchester City though. And Hinshelwood with the interception. He didn't start, did he? No, he didn't. Oh, no, he did. Barely noticed him. Roots his pass. Somehow reaches Ayari, takes a big deflection off a City player. And Karamatoma. Oh, it's a brilliant goal. It is individual quality from Karamatoma. And if I'm being honest with you, I was just about to say, he should have passed it. But he had the composure. And it was great composure. And City blow a 1-goal advantage again. This time, though, the game's not been hanging around for that long at a 1-0 lead. A bit like, so it's not like the Chelsea one, but City have not taken their chances again. And Albion are level. And as Albion get level, Harvey Barnes levels up for Newcastle. It is 1-1. And who else to score the goal than Harvey Barnes, eh? That's a brilliant finish by Matoma. Although, is he going to be denied by VAR? There is a slight freeze with the players. Maybe it's just waiting for the restart. Brentford double up against Sunderland as Sunderland fail to score from the spot. So Brentford go 2-0 up. So VAR check in progress here, guys. And it's on the aftermath of the goal being scored, not the goal itself. The goal is going to count. But there was something with Gianluigi Donnarumma involved there. Just a bit of silly petty fighting, I think. Check is complete on that situation. So we are level indeed. And as I was saying, Brentford go 2-0 up against Sunderland. And Sunderland, of course, missed the penalty. But Brentford double up, and Brentford hold a 2-goal lead now over Sunderland. So all square here then, 1-1, and chat is alive. And I will, see you tomorrow. Ashik, you are watching the United match right now. Arsenal-Liverpool tomorrow, huge one. And I'm sure I'll be giving it all the big previews in a bit. See you later, Ash. Have a good one. The night is done for Nico O'Reilly. And it is Spaniard for Spaniard as Rodri comes on to replace him. Here's Tijani Reinders for Manchester City. Phil Foden. Lay off to Ake. It's good play by Ake. Ake again. Rodri. First touch of the game for him. Phil Foden. Spreads it to Doku. And based on the way City have played last 2 games, I would expect it to just be lead is nothing. Doku goes to the byline and sloppy. No control of the ball. Oh yes, forgot to mention Igor Thiago with the second goal in that Brentford game. He has now scored 5 in 2 games. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Hat-trick. He's on another hat-trick. He's on another hat-trick. That's going to run comfortably through to Donnarumma there. Equaliser Wolves. It's a big one. It's a big one, and it might not be the thing that West Ham fans want to hear, but it's the thing I want to hear. Wolves are level against Everton. There is an equaliser there. And who is the Wolves goal scorer? It's Matheus Mane who scored one of the goals against West Ham. So that's 2 in 2 for Matheus Mane as Wolves get level. 1-1. So 5 in 2 for Igor Thiago. And now 2 in 2 for Matheus Mane for Wolves. May even be more than that. Who scored for Wolves against United? It's a question I ponder over. And it's a question I will find the answer to. Oh, not a bad ball. And De Kuyper was arriving and it could have caused humongous problems. Let's have a look. Who scored that goal for Wolves? It was Kredshi. So, yeah, 2 in 2 for Matheus Mane. Not 3 in 3. But 2 in 2 for him. I'm not, Ricky, to be fair. I mean, I would like Brighton to win the game. Of course I would in the centre of the title race. I'm not necessarily supporting them. I'm not desperate for City to drop points at the minute. But if City do drop points, it's a massive bonus for Arsenal. Well, yes. Obviously. Here's Phil Foden. And that's going to be a yellow card. It was a late challenge from behind. It's probably an important tackle by Matoma. You would feel City was sweeping forward and Phil Foden. It is a late tackle by Matoma. Foden too heavy for Tijani Reinders. Been one of the better players over these 2 games, Reinders. I thought he was one of the only good players really against Chelsea. I thought City were very poor against Chelsea. A lot of people have viewed it differently, but I found it to be very poor. 3-0. And is it Igor Thiago for his hat-trick? That would be 2 hat-tricks in a row for Igor Thiago and 6 in 2. We're going to find out who the third Brentford goal scorer is as Brentford go 3-0 up against Sunderland. And it's not Igor Thiago. It is Yehor Yarmouk who gets that third goal for Brentford, who lead, though, nevertheless, by 3 goals to 0 against Sunderland. Well, we will see. And there could be a chance here. And Donnarumma spilled it. And it's just out of play. And Brighton very nearly put City in danger. One thing is sure is that Gianluigi Donnarumma's goal was in danger. And City may be in danger of suffering a rare home defeat to Brighton. And it could probably be a first league double for Brighton if some Manchester City are not careful. Spurs have been awarded a penalty, which is good news on the sense of Super 6. I predicted a 2-2 draw at Bournemouth. So we'll find out more on what happens there. I am not desperate at the minute, none. Here's Ake for Manchester City. Doku. And will be City's front. So Spurs penalty is the latest SofaScore update. And that penalty for Spurs has been cancelled by VAR, so there will not be a Spurs penalty. Doku, Reinders, good defending Ayari, used his body excellently. Half time, and Burnley have the lead against Manchester United. It was an own goal by Aidan Heaven, which put Burnley in front. I'm defending Arne Slot. I think Arne Slot is one of the best managers in world football. I think what he's done for Liverpool is absolutely amazing. And I do not think that FSG, Fenway Sports Group, will sack him. Ooh, Leeds penalty. We're tuning over. We're tuning over. We're tuning over. I want to watch. Oh, we're tuning over. Leeds pen. I want to watch this. So could Leeds retake the lead at Newcastle? We're just pausing for the City coverage for a minute as Leeds are set to take a penalty to go 2-1 up, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin might be able to get back into scoring form here. It would be a big one for Leeds. Chelsea have scored an equaliser. We will get to that goal in a minute in the West London derby. 6 in 7 PL record on penalties for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The only one he missed was a hit of the bar. A ring of boos at St James's, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin is as cool as you like. And there's the goal flash as Newcastle are 2-1 down going into half-time. And Calvert-Lewin, DCL, delivers. And in the West London derby, Liam Delap got Chelsea level. So that is a Chelsea equaliser, and it has them level at 1-1. With 10 men. Oh, it could have been an own goal. Was a very dangerous corner. Well, Erling Haaland there. It could have been an own goal, I'm not going to lie. But the clearance was made. Rodri. And a little bit of a touch off debutant Max Alain as it reached Donnarumma. And Cherky. Tackle on Lewis. Back with Cherky. And Lewis feeds it through to Bernardo Silva. Shocking ball, has to be said. And level are Tottenham, who equalise at Bournemouth half-time. Newcastle 1 leads 2, but it is 2-2. Tottenham at Bournemouth. And it's João Palhinha, the former Fulham player, of course, who gets Tottenham level at Bournemouth. Spurs, of course, led in that game. Bournemouth went 2-1 up, though. Now we are square at 2-2 in what is looking like a good game there. Bournemouth 2, Spurs 2. And all level again. Well, we do need to give the iPad some juice as there's about 13 minutes left of this match. Will there be a hero in the West London derby for a winner? With Liam Delap's equalising goal. Will there be a hero to win this game for either Brighton or Manchester City? Last year it was a 2-2 draw between these two. And all of the 7:30 kickoffs are level. Still goalless between Palace and Villa, which is probably the surprise of the night. So Donnarumma out of play. That would be a Brighton throw-in. Can they make the most of it? Well, Donnarumma will feel delighted by that. Advertising boards currently reading Donnarumma on EA Sports FC terms, I think. It's cleared away. It's a good play. Starting to get the feet stuck back in again. That could have been considered handball there, you know. Kadioglu. Because yes, he slipped, but I didn't hear the referee's whistle go. And he grabbed the ball. So, just saying. Gruder. Brian Gruder. And there's been a red card for Everton's goal scorer, Michael Keane. So it is now Everton down to 10 men also. Could that inspire Wolves to win the game at Kildiggers Stadium? So Michael Keane, Everton's goal scorer, sent off. Cherky, Haaland, and how have City not scored that? For Bruggen, great save. Lapses in concentration. Going unpunished by Manchester City. It's just unbelievable that they haven't scored that, put that in the back of the net. Punished. Mistake again. Haaland inside netting. Can't say I'm surprised. Uninventive. Just smashes it. He's wrong-sided defender. Be inventive. You are Erling Haaland. Find a way to win. Any goal updates to bring? I can't see any yet. Well, a man who previously was hated in these parts because of the colour he wore of red, Liverpool, James Milner, is going to come up for Brighton. And Chelsea are behind again. It's Fulham who score. It's a big goal. It's at the West London derby. Oh, it's big. West London derby, the biggest game of the night, you'd imagine. And Harry Wilson, does he get the goal this time? I hope he does, because Chelsea lead. Sorry, Chelsea are behind 2-1. It's Fulham 2, Chelsea 1 in the West London derby. Fulham 2, Chelsea 1 in the West London derby. Doku got a little tackle there from Ayari. Not Ayari, 24. Don't know who that is. I don't care. It was Kadioglu. Lewis. Can City find a way? Haaland. Cherky alongside. Cherky. Bernardo Silva to the right. To be fair, I wouldn't be playing Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's been rubbish these last 2 games. You're all right, Diana. You're all right. Don't be late tomorrow, though, because I haven't got a video preview, by the way, before you all start to get excited, because I've got a video preview. I haven't. I have not done a video preview for Arsenal-Liverpool, but that is the big one. I've been too busy making previews for Arsenal-Man United, believe it or not, since I'm not going to be here for either of the 2 Chelsea games. Milner. We know that there's some names in this chat that like to hear the name Milner of Liverpool likes. But at the Etihad, once upon a time, there was a time where the name James Milner won't have been liked. Haaland, can he do what needs to be done for Manchester City? Doku, making a hash of it. Cherky, hit it first time and can't find the target. I'm not even going to say he was leaning back. City just aren't hitting the ball with anger, tenacity. I'm not looking at champions right now. Because it's almost a repeat of the Chelsea game with a few minor differences, which I will underline. I mean, the Sunderland game was a 0-0 draw. Nobody's won at Sunderland this season, but if I was Wolves, I would be hoping for a hefty sum of added time here, because Everton have just gone down to 9 men. 9. Jack Grealish has been sent off. It's 1-1. If I were Wolves, I'd be wanting about 7 minutes of added time or more, and I'd be looking to go win that game. And if Wolves do score, let the West Ham sweat glands sweat. So second Everton red card, Jack Grealish sent off alongside Michael Keane. And here's Jeremy Doku for Manchester City. Can they create one chance that'll go in the back of the net? It's Bernardo Silva, and he was off balance. And in fact, it wasn't even Bernardo Silva. It was Ryan Cherky. I would start getting the ball to Tijani Reinders, truthfully, right now. I would be. If he's still on the pitch, he's your most reliable goal scorer at the minute. I mean, Erling Haaland only scoring from the spot tonight. If I've got Tijani Reinders on that pitch, I'm looking at him and going, you go and score for me. Wow. Yeah, so Wolves have got to go win that. Cherky, that's an interesting tackle, which is deemed bad by the referee. And it's going to be a card for Tommy Watson. Second half has started. Burnley 1, Manchester United 0. Well, it would be huge if they won. But let's not get too excited. We don't want to be sat here 6 points ahead to keep on begging for City's drop points. Let's just allow it to unfold. And Cherky, flat one, poor. It was poor. Just like City these last two games. I'm not really that fussed about the Sunderland performance, to be fair. I didn't see much of it. Sunderland's a tough place to go, but at home against Chelsea and Brighton. There is 5 minutes of added time here, folks. 5 minutes. My real question at the minute is, can Wolves get the goal? And I honestly would be delighted for them. And Erling Haaland. Big block by Jan-Paul van Hecke. Still alive for City. Doku and Ryan Cherky. Will he get it? Are they going to get it to Tijani Reinders? Is right there. Cherky again. Well, Cherky wants it, but Cherky can't find it. And could it be too little, too late for Manchester City? And the ball into the box. Reinders. Yeah, I have to say I'm not expecting Tijani Reinders to score from there. Last 3 games, he's been City's most reliable goal scorer, with that only open play goal scored by him the last 3 games. But you have to be special, or you have to hit it special to score from that kind of wide angle. Jan-Paul van Hecke has been awarded player of the match. Leeds United are back underway with a 2-1 lead at St James's Park. And here's O'Reilly. Doku. Jeremy Doku. Brentford have beaten Sunderland 3-0. There's no hat-trick for Igor Thiago, but it is a case of 5 in 2 for him. A hat-trick at the weekend, and now a brace. Currently sitting on 2 correct scores as well, guys, in these 7:30s. They are both correctly predicted. Oh, maybe not, because Bournemouth have just taken a 3-2 lead. Great. I am over the moon about that. Make that 1. Because Fulham 2-1 Chelsea is correct under my book. And it's Antoine Semenyo, of course it is. Of course it is. Level though on Manchester United with a big goal. And it's Benjamin Sesko who's equalised for United. Wall Square at Turf Moor, it's 1-1. And Kadioglu, half a minute to conjure up one more for Brighton. And Ailene has conceded the corner. And you might as well bring Verbruggen up. Nothing really to lose, if I'm honest with you. Big point, yes, but I'd be bringing Verbruggen up to try and win this game. He's not going to come up, I think, out of caution. They've only put 5 bodies into the box. Brighton to attack it. Flat one, it's pretty poor. And another pretty poor City performance, as it is a 1-1 draw. A lot of similarities to the Chelsea game at the weekend here. And City drop points again. It is a second season in a row as well where City fail to beat Brighton. 2 straight 2-1 defeats at the Amex and 2 straight draws now as well at the Etihad. 2-2 last season, 1-1 this time. It's a real shocker. It's City 1, Brighton 1. And Wolves could not find that winning goal. And I would be frustrated when you are up against 9 men, but things can't always be. But it's another point for Wolves. And all we've got left at 7:30 tonight is the Bournemouth Spurs game and the Fulham Chelsea game, where Fulham are just about to get a huge win in that West London derby. Well, we're just about to get the result. Let's switch over to that Fulham-Chelsea game, actually. In the final stages of it. Because it is a West London derby. It's a big derby. It's almost the pain for Chelsea. Adama Traore has a corner, which he's going to leave to Sasa Lukic to take on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. Is it the right? It's the left. And a slip as the corner was taken. They tried a short routine. Jimenez. And can Chelsea make something happen? We've gone over the 5 minutes that have been allocated to the game. And it's Derby Day delight for Fulham. And West London is the colour white. The imposters of Fulham lose at the club that actually holds the right name of the borough. And it finishes Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. Let's have a look at Bournemouth Spurs as they are in the 100th minute. Telecross. Nothing there. And I don't know how much added time's left in that game. We're now in the 101st minute. And Spurs do get a corner. Will they? Vicario is up. I'm pissed off that Bournemouth are going to win this game. 3-2. I thought I had that 2-2 draw in the bag. It's way too high. And it's a comfortable claim. One in which, though, is not going to be uncomfortable because of how much applause he's getting from his teammates. And as he makes that huge catch, the final whistle is blown. And Bournemouth get a win finally as they beat Spurs 3-2. And that ends our 7:30 kickoffs. Thank you for watching tonight, folks. And you can join us once again tomorrow for that big one, Arsenal-Liverpool. Expect content, though. We're going to follow up on this City result against Brighton. Final score is City 1, Brighton 1 tonight.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.